in today's day and age, we hear this quote of people wanting equal opportunity. And what I see people are trying to ask for is that they want an equal outcome. Now, I honestly believe that everyone should have an equal opportunity, male, female, whatever, right? And what does that mean? It means that you have the ability to go after whatever it is you want. Let's put it as a career, for example. You have the ability to go for the same career. The male and the female can go for the same career. You have the opportunity, the means to be able to go and study it and learn it and go for that job, right? But it doesn't mean that the outcome is going to be the same. And what I see people getting frustrated with is that the outcome is not the same. Now, this could be due to many factors. The outcome might not be the same because you might not just be good enough for it. You might not have the skill set. You might have there might be other factors that don't allow you to get the same outcome as the other person. Now, are there women as rich as men? Yes. Are the outskirts and the highest paid men? Okay, yes. Like, we're looking at, you have the ability, you have the opportunity. Why doesn't the outcome end up the same? Now, there are countries that allow people to choose whatever realm they want to be in. It's quite open. And it always ends up being that the women choose certain career paths versus the men. Now, they're given the opportunity to do it. It's not a problem. It's just what that demographic and that group end up choosing. Now, what does that show you? That with the opportunity the same, people will still be inclined to pick what they feel is more towards their being, their personality, the way that they are. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that people are trying to be, they try and be privileged to say that I deserve to have that same outcome as this person. And it ends up being a gender battle. It's like, I'm a female and I should have the same ability as that male. Okay, so for example, I'm a coach, a personal trainer in the fitness industry. There are many women and men in the fitness industry. And I have the exact same ability to be as successful as any of the top males or females, and the outcome might be different, it might be the same, it just depends on the effort I put in, not being handed to on a silver platter. I spoke to a friend not long ago, and they were telling me about the numbers in the firefighters, and I was like, oh yeah, so like they go, oh yeah, there's a ratio of men to women. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, if I wanted to go be a firey, I could get in quite easily because they need a better ratio of women. I'm like, wait, so not only do we get the opportunity, but we're forced into the outcome because you need to have an equal ratio of, or a good ratio of male to female. Now, no offense, I don't just want someone to come and save my house just because they got the job. I want the best out there to do it. Now, if you put me up against, you put a group of women up against a group of men, and the best are at the forefront, but you're going to sacrifice the best to get equal numbers. That's not equal opportunity, nor is that an equal outcome. That's just you trying to manipulate a system to say that, hey, we need to make this look fair because of society, because of being politically correct. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. Yes, there are some women that will absolutely kick the guy's ass, but at the same time, to force people in to make the numbers more balanced, just to please society, that's not how that works. Now, if you want more women in, for example, to that role, train them up to be better, make them beasts, make them be able to take that load. But the reality is, it might not be the case. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's pretty shit. Like, so I'm not going up against, the other men to fight for that role. I'm kind of got spots available for me. Now, people go, oh, why are there more male plumbers and electricians than women? You have the choice to go choose it. You can come out of school and go choose that career. Go choose it. But when it comes to this, it's like a picky situation, a picky topic. People are like, oh, but I'm talking about, the high paid, business corporate job. I'm like, well, so go after it the same way they did. Go chase it. Be as brutal, be as ruthless, work the same hours, do the same thing. When it comes to opportunity, we're all given an equal opportunity. Now, there's situations where people are not, but in general, there is equal opportunity available. And I believe that everyone should have equal opportunity. So if that's not the case, I absolutely believe you should be in an environment that allows for that. And then when it comes to the outcome, it shouldn't be judged based off gender. It's based off performance. Based off, are you capable to do the task necessary? Now, this is, there are a lot of women that might give me backlash for it because, as a woman, I should be standing up for that. But this feminine movement of, women this, women that, it's like, hey, hold on. Like, as a woman, a strong woman, an independent woman, I stand up for humans. I don't stand up for the gender over the gender. It doesn't need to be that. I don't care that society has shown me that women were once inferior and people still believe that. I don't care that women that society has showed me that there've been race issues and there have been sexism issues and all the rest. The past is the past, and if that's still lingering in the future, I have a choice to change that, to change how I feel about it, to stand up against it rather than whinge about it. So if I want equal outcome of an opportunity that I've been given, I'm going to work my fucking ass off for it. And I'm successful. I'm a female. I can go head to head with someone in my industry. I have no issue with that. And if I choose to not take it to the top end degree, it's more than likely because I've made a choice. Potentially, I want to be, for example, a mother. I would love to do that. Now, that's something that I choose. But people like, society says, you should be a stay-at-home mum, but no, let's not do that. Let's say that's a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. That's up to me. That's what I want to do. That's the next journey of career path I want to take. Otherwise, I'm paying for someone to do that. It's the same thing. So people are very confronted by this idea that having an equal opportunity should have equal outcome. It should not. Absolutely not. Equal opportunity, absolutely. If you put in the equal effort and you have the same results at the end, then it's just a battle of who they want. And if you lose it, well, go find another one. Go try again. Don't have a whinge about it just because you feel like it was unfair. World is unfair. Life is unfair. If you can't handle that, you ain't going to handle the job that you probably failed on. And that's the reality, is that I see this a lot, and it's in this current day and age. It's in this current movement of women trying to take back what they think they've lost. Yet maybe the generations prior to you, maybe still currently, and I absolutely see it. Yes, there is, but there are problems against all humans. It's not just a gender thing. There are minorities of people always being on the outskirts, of always being neglected, abused, taken advantage of. It doesn't have to be because of a gender, and it doesn't have to be because of, a status. But it is a reality. It does happen. And maybe, yes, the majority are towards one gender particularly, but we can change that. That's up to us. Go chase it. Go chase your dream. Go. It might be hard. Well, would you want it to be easy? Then you haven't earned nothing. So it takes work. So put the work in. Make sure you're in an environment that does allow for the equal opportunity, and that's definitely something that we need to help society bring to light. But now more than ever, there is so much more equal opportunity, but the problem is that people are whinging about or sooking about not the equal outcome. Well, if you want the equal outcome, put the same work in, put the same effort in, and potentially you can get there. And there's nothing wrong that if you don't. Just maybe you're not good enough, and that's a hard pill to swallow for some people, but it is what it is.